7 is underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A handoff to Mixon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I got him. Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Here's Bell. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell, and he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Flush to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
Green, 90.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Slow.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. The left side completion to Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A give to Bell, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On third down, here's Bell. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Butker able to put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
Watching that, Barney.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a pass.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Slow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st down, Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Hackenberg. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Watch it now, Barney.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
This is Marshall. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, Hackenberg. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Here's Muhammad. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Left, 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 left.
Watch the slant, watch the slant, watch the slant. Shift, watch the shift.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll run it with Bell. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And now running right through it. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Hackenberg. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They go play action. Hackenberg eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 4th down, they do snap it to Hackenberg. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high. That's
fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And out now, here come the Bengals. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Hackenberg. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 82 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Here we go. Gun. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run for it with Marshall. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Again, it's Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. A handoff, running left, Mixon. Oh, nice move. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Throwing, Hackenberg. And that is going to be incomplete. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Hackenberg. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again, Hackenberg on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Anthony Hitchens in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and long for Hackenberg. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them.
Under pressure there, and Hackenberg is sacked. Anthony Hitchens in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Hackenberg. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the 1st half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Hackenberg from the gun on 3rd. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Hackenberg. And that is incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. From the gun, it's Hackenberg. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 2nd down, Hackenberg. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw, Hackenberg. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Anthony Hitchens getting him once again. His third sack of the afternoon. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Gun! Shift! Motion!
Mixon. Room past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, Hackenberg. And incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A handoff to Mixon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Desperation time. Hackenberg on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
3 down. Ready! Blue 45! Blue 45!
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A second down throw for Hackenberg. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. D. Ford in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Out of the gun, Hackenberg. And he's going to go down again. Justin Houston. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Detroit! As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. First down, Hackenberg. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Hackenberg again. Forced out to his left. Finding room to the 20. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Now a toss going left. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And they will start out in great shape, up very close to midfield.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Green 39. Green 39.
Watch the twins. Motion.
56. Slow. 56.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Over!
On 3rd down, Hackenberg. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Gun!
The 1st down throw for Hackenberg. Now a desperation throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Now Hackenberg. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Hackenberg on first down. Flushed out right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Hackenberg now to throw on first. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39! Green, 39!
They'll throw again. Hackenberg. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Hackenberg again. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Detroit!
Again, it's Hackenberg. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. D. Ford in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
One last shot here for Hackenberg. Now a desperation throw deep and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.